on what we have learned so far. Any questions? Okay, in the hands of questions, today's work is today's work is subprogram. For some time, okay, I think last year we said something for subprogram. This year we are going to more than usual test subprogram. If you like, that's here. This session I will more than usual, more than ever before, test subprogram. It may, however, not be compulsory. You are looking at me. What is subprogram? In secondary school, I will say you should be pushing me there. You are just sitting down near woman. Woman sitting down near woman. You don't know. Yeah. What is subprogram?
Subprogram is independent section.
How do you know that it is single and independent?
It can stand on its own.
It has legs. You can know it. My friend. I hope you will not run away from politics. I hope you will not run away. You like it? You have to try and like it. It will benefit you.
So, the Subprogram is how you program that is part of our program.
There's something you promise. Yes.
Subprogram is a section of the program which is called from the main program.
Yes. A programmer.
The subprogram is like an independent piece of code that can run within the larger code.
I think we should clap for all of them. Right. A subprogram is a block of parameterized code. A block of parameterized code. Capable of independent compilation. Capable of independent compilation. Or translation, if you like. But not of execution. It must necessarily one, On execution, suspend the execution of its caller. Suspend the execution of its caller. Its caller, caller. Caller, caller. And suspend execution of its caller. And returns execution back to it on the completion of its execution. One thing about this block of statement is that they are what? Parameterized. Another thing about them is that when they are invoked, the invoker must become inactive. Is that not rude? Kind of. But the good thing is that they return execution back to give them power. They collect power from whosoever want to use them, and when they are finished, they return the power back amicably as agreed. It's not like Nigeria. And when they give their power, they will never return the power in. Closely related to subprograms are coroutines. Coroutines and closures. Remember its concepts of programming language. In a coroutine, the execution of the caller is not necessarily suspended. In other words, it can run concurrently with what? The caller. Hence the name, co-routine. What the other one is like, the old name of subprogram is subroutine. Do you understand that? Co-routine, subroutine. From there you can get. Why a closure? Now, closure na that boy wey is dey your uncle house, still come over here get friend. He dey your uncle house, he give woman belle, you understand? So the woman now have to what? Come in. A co-routine, a closure is a subroutine. Embedded in another subroutine. Are you seeing it now? It's a subroutine and another subroutine. In another subroutine, that can be called as a subroutine. What? It's a man. Is it not a man? He has a wife. Yes. But he cannot feed himself. This is another guy. It's a design, it's a serious design issue in subprogram. It's a serious design issue. We told you that a subroutine must be what? Parameterized. That means, in short, know that compulsorily a subroutine has one entry and one exit. That is not true for coroutine. That is not true for what? Coroutine. Coroutine has multiple exits, but subroutine has one way in and one way out. Are we okay? Concept of programming language. A subprogram can be a function. It can also be a procedure. Why a function is an expression, a procedure is a statement when they are called. Why this is an expression when called, this is a statement when called. The unique difference is a function has a mechanism to return a value. A procedure does not need such mechanism. A function has a mechanism to return a value. A procedure does not need any mechanism to return the value. They must have told you many years ago that this one returns one and only one value. And that this one returns 0 or more, not 1. This one returns 1 and only 1, while this one returns 0 or more. That thing they told you is correct. Even as your point of essence is still correct. Whether a function, often referred to as methods in many OP languages, or a procedure, it definitely has what we call parameter profile. Just as human being has a profile, subprograms have what?
Parameter profile.
They have parameter profile. This parameter profile is referred to by some author as their signature. And some can, well, you can also refer to it as the protocol. You can refer to it as signature. You can refer to it as protocol. The parameter profile defines the order, the number the order and the type of the parameter. The order, number of type of the parameter, including the return type. Sorry, including the type of the value to be returned if it is a function. If it is a function or method. The type of the value to be returned if it is a function or method. Hence, you see that most of the programming language method, you say, afterwards you say void. They are usually at the top. It is the subprogram parameter profile, which include, it also includes the name of the profile of the subprogram. If it is not an anonymous subprogram, some subprogram don't have name. They are referred to as anonymous. Like most of you write letter and you don't put your name. Cowards. It reminds me of somebody that came to my office. Is it on Thursday? And when they came, I said, go, I'm not in a good mood, just go. He said he will not go, he was sleep. Have you not heard about not in a good mood? He said, his sister. I said, okay, go, you are not well dressed. He said, does Unipe have the dress for? And he said he wanted to meet me. I was just laughing. Somebody that got job, they don't show the time. Non-academic staff said they want to meet me. Maybe my professorship is even older than his job age. I said, are you the first to be in court? Record it. Although I placed the course on you. Even this morning, I remember the course. Even if it's a courtist, it's not the first to be in court. And it will not be the last. He will use his hand to kill himself. His leg will lead him to where he will lose his head. There are some dress you cannot wear even if you are casual in office. A jeans that have pocket on the side. A jeans that have pocket on the side. It's not formal in any way. In short, even if I am drunk, I will not allow you to come close to me. Because when you are coming close to me, what I watch out for is your hand. And when you now have pocket at your side, I don't allow you to come close to me at all. Because it will be, this is where pockets are in trouser. Once they are pocket like this, you can easily pick up anything. And you are telling me you must see me. You know, some professors are Jebo children. You know, many professors now, many of the correct people are Jebo children now. Grew up in GROA, attended a very good primary school, attended a very good secondary school, got 300 and something to enter university, made first class, almost made first class. Then, the primary school I attended, we jump from window to the class. And I was one of those that was doing the jumping. I will not lie to you now because I'm now a professor. I was one of those that was doing the jumping. I play so much that I forget my uniform inside vehicle. Boss. Thank you. That's what you know. I've forgotten my bag of books several times in school where I played ball. I was a goalkeeper. Auntie, there's one thing that make me angry. Appearance of death made me very angry. What weakens me is appearance of love. Yeah, appearance of death gets the demon in me out. You don't tell me you kill me because I remember I'm ready to die. And I was not looking at him. You think you can be fighting with a lecturer, then the students will just be looking. Even if you are a captain of one court, you are not a captain of all courts. The other courts will beat you. But I said, no, let us treat the matter not physically. I will not make it, they will not sack him. I will not report him. But every morning, I
swear for us.
It is my office. Respect, say, I respect and say, I am not in a good go. You say, no, I must see you. They were telling you go, you said you will not catch this. You were making call in front of my department. How were you calling? A staff making call. It's not a coward that make call in town. You know, in town now, small thing, just a jump over there. He was making call on my head. Society. You know, I am not stubborn again. During Ocean the time, they came to search my office many times, believing that I have pistol in my office. They searched. They did. And it was serious. They wrote a petition to come and search my house. They searched and they did. But my mother is an illiterate. And be careful when I tell you that my mother is an illiterate. You don't know the meaning. My mother is what? Let me frighten you more. My mother is a poor illiterate. You don't know the meaning of that. Go and find out. The mother of the son of a poor illiterate who became a professor. Be careful. Be very, very careful. When a rich man is boasting with his wealth, a poor man boasts with his head. Some subprograms don't have name. They are what? So I advise you, younger ones. It is true that your strength is your youth, energy is your strength. But be careful on your route, up. So, I will answer. I don't know. You're asking me what I don't know. He said, how do I call a subprogram that has no name? Assignment. Anyway, seriously, I have not used anonymous subprogram. But that does not mean I will not tell you that there are some programs that are anonymous. So what you do is you find out in the programming language you want to learn or you are using whether it allows anonymous subprogram. And if it does, you cannot find out how to manipulate it. Is that okay? That is the way out. So now, where were we? That's a program. It's possible that the program has no word. I'm sure there will be a keyword by the language and then the parameter will decide. Now we're talking about parameter. This parameter we are talking about, you were told, and it is true, that we have a formal parameter and actual parameter. True or false? When you are defining, you know there's a difference between subprogram declaration and subprogram definition. I hope you know. When you are specifying this parameter profile, you are doing what? Declaration. But the declaration plus the body of the program that will convert the data and manipulate it and possibly return it is the mix of the definition. Is that okay? Programming language like C++ allow you to do declaration first and do definition later. True or false? The formal parameters are often referred to as the dummy parameters. They are just there for the purpose of the definition of the subprogram. While during execution, it is often substituted with the actual parameter that has the value, holds the value that the sport program can use, can manipulate. This one is just a dummy, while this one is the actual parameter. So we have the parameter can be formal and can be what? Actual. The one that is there when you define the subprogram is what? Formal. It is there for formality. Because until execution is transferred to the subprogram, it has no power of execution. Is that what you said? It's only capable of independent what? Translation. But not of independent what? Execution. For it to be executed, we said power, execution control will be transferred to it. And whosoever is transferring the execution power will stop executing. May not happen to you, Jesus said. That you will stop executing. The coroutine is better in that case. Are we okay? Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Then when he returns back when he finishes. You see, at that point of execution, this parameter is matched with the actual one. The one that actually contains the value. The one that will actually contain the value, take note of that, is what we refer to as actual parameter. So the subprogram parameter can be formal or what? Or actual. Can be formal or actual. No, it's not possible. You cannot come to my house and tell me I'm not behaving well. It's my house. The worst you do is you quietly leave. Mathematicians use arguments. We use parameters. Are we okay? So you will not be surprised. Some materials will see that word argument, but you really what to use is parameter. So when you come to meet me in my house and talk to me, and whatever you see, say you regret. As a parable in Benin, then walk out book coffee book. There you are, sir. The day the child break the pot of palm oil, it's not the day. But one thing is sure, behind the small child used to hit a rock, he must put the hand on it. Those of you that are huge, be careful that your height and your size don't deceive you. Which kind of be very careful. That it doesn't deceive you. But it is not deceiving, it's deceiving you. It is destroyed. It will destroy you. Auntie, be careful of a trained pastor that don't go to church. A trained pastor that don't go. My son came home one day and I asked him what happened in the school today, and he was shocked. And when he wanted to tell me, he said it is one useless, as he was saying useless lecturer, the next thing is, I'm not sure if you know the lecturer, is slap. I said, what happened in the working place? He said that is one use, hey, go on. He said, what did I do? I said, like your father. Useless lecturer like your father. He now replied, he said, it's one lecturer. I said, and what did he do? My son was wrong. They don't, in our Greek, they don't wear slippers like this to class. It's their rule. If you must wear anything like this, you must have a buckle. It's their rule and it's their rule. When you are in Rome, you do what? And you cannot imagine the punishment he got. I think that helped to shape him throughout. But after some months, he had a dream. And what did he say? What did that dream tell him? That the day I was slapping him, I was delivering him. So his brain was really reset. He opened mouth and called a lecturer teaching you usually. Your father is a lecturer. I'll be feeding you with lecturing job, growing you with lecturing job, and you open your mouth. That is part of the training. A child that is not well trained bring cause, insults to the father at home. Because there is nowhere what. I dealt with it. My son, my daughter is in UDSS. Whether because his father is one small useless professor in Univers, he was not talking to the teacher anyhow. And I now got to know. They were debating it, and he said, and I quote, that the teacher was wrong. You know what I did to my daughter? And my son that was in UDSS, I took my son that was in SS2 then, and my daughter that was in UDSS, I took them to the man. And when I saw the man, kneel down. Yes, Professor Koba said, kneel down before the teacher. And I saw the surprise in my daughter's face. And I saw the shock in my son's face. And I told the man, the teacher of my children are my God. And I cannot talk to my God anyhow. And immediately, tears was coming out for the man. The man was taking her, is it the Professor Koba said we know? I said, this is my weapon. Teachers can never ever be well paid. Never ever be well paid. And so what they get is respect. If you not take the respect from them, it is murder. Till today, my daughter is in SS2 now. The other one has entered the university in full time. Those teachers, not just that one, all the teachers are not the one taking care of that kid. Because of my single action. The stubborn Nekoba said, went on his knees in front of everybody. I said, yes, my daughter is wrong. And there's nothing wrong. What I was doing was just more than physical. I was standing in the gap for that girl. Because that stupidity would have cost us anything. And if I allow her to go with that arrogance, that is dangerous. What does it? Only very few can manage arrogance. It has its own advantage, but it is more destructive. So you have to get wisdom to manage your arrogance. For arrogance is destroyed. You cannot force me to sin. And any man that forces me to sin him, that will force him to sin him. Are we everyone? Are we everyone? Force me to sin him. That will force him to sin him. They will hold that, he will say no, he must see him. They will wrestle with death. Next doctor will wrestle, pastor will wrestle, doctor will wrestle. Death will say no, I must see him. Where did you stop? So now we're talking about number all that time. We have what we call parameter positioning. Now the question we normally ask is, how will this formal parameter be matched with this actual parameter? It is usually by positioning. That is why the order here is very important. That means the first formal parameter is matched with the first actual parameter. Are we okay? The second is matched with the second. But there are some language now, like your new language now, which was not there in our time. They now make use of keywords now. Keywords positioning. That is, here is faster, just one-on-one. But in the keyword, it specifically states that this actual parameter is for this one parameter. Like in Python, so the order is not important. Is that okay? But that's what they are doing now. But the disadvantage there is that this one is faster, more efficient. And this one will be slower. Are we okay? Are we okay? Implementation cost for this is back high. Because you have to now know, which is not always possible, the name of the former parameter. No, you don't need to know the name of the former parameter. Is that not so? You don't need to know the name. You just know that this is a subprogram. This is what it does. This is what you give to it. That's all. But the keyword owner as used by Python, I insist that you must even know the name of what? The former parameter. But you should not always know. Must you know? Just know what you can do and give you what you want. Is it not so? That is so. So this is very, it's difficult to write. This one is difficult to what? To write. And when you are debugging, when you are correcting or maintaining the program, you have to go and be shit. The reality is that it's a new thing, but it's slow and difficult to implement. Is that okay? But know that parameter matching, that is bringing the actual and the former parameter so that they can exchange whatever, is either what? Positioning and what? The use of keywords. But you know the advantage and the disadvantage now. I don't know whether it's keyword or it's actually the name. But just know that there is a word. Is that okay? Why use position? Why use name? Is that okay? Why use position? Why use what? Naming. Is that okay? We have told you the advantage and what? The disadvantage. Now, why are we so much about parameter profile? This is what actually distinguishes a subprogram from most other program blocks. You understand now? Yeah. So that's why we're after it. That is what makes it really parameterized. It has a mechanism, a door through which it accepts data. And that through that same door, it returns data. That's what makes it a little bit independent. They will say it is self-contained. It is self-contained. And when you are designing subprogram, it should be designed such that as much as possible, it is self-contained. Because that brings us to the concept of cohesion and coupling. A subprogram should be as cohesive as possible and not content coupled. We say a subprogram is cohesive when everything in the subprogram is about meeting the goal of the subprogram only. We say it is cohesive. Everything inside that is, if we are now a subprogram of the Uniben, like I was telling the department when I became an emergency HOD, I said, look, it is true that we all cannot be good. It is not possible. But one thing that is possible is that we all can work together for the common good of the name of this department that has now been so destroyed. That they will not say computer science now where it dey happen. Where what? I said let all of us drop our bad habit at least for some time. I told them right, that I used that word. For the name of this department, it has gone down the drain. Where those that don't even come to class and submit empty scripts get A and B, and those that come to class study and read. They got there, they hardly get beyond E. And I got a vibration. There was an appreciation and a willingness to really change and repent. And I told them I would defend the department. But anyone, I will defend the department. But anyone that want to destroy the department, I will not hesitate to destroy. Before I became HOD, I was in Abuja, and a politician told me, "Don't worry, Prof." They say Prof is very disciplined. They say, "Don't worry, he can work with us. His department is worse than us." I was ashamed. Yeah, that's what I was told. I was lobbying for position there, and somebody was telling me, "No, you are too disciplined." Okay, we'll look for where you're bad, where you go repair. But, and he said, no, don't worry. His department is worse than us. He can work. And immediately I was ashamed. All my spiritual tools were down. I could not even make any request again. I just took drink and sip. And they said, what do I have to say? I said, nothing. Whatever you want to do, this question. The department led me to make a statement. Whatever you want to do, it's an insult and embarrassment to say, for the corrupt to say I can work with them, that his department is worse than. But alas, the corrupt are not rich. Observe. Even when they make the money, they buy the fake clothes. And even when they buy the original clothes, they buy fake soap. You may not understand. You will not know that the children of Israel worked for many years. For how many years? For over 40 years. And the sole of their shoe never fire. In other words, nature can glow you. They can glow you. Nature can do what? Glow you. And nature can eat you. You buy very expensive clothes, you will look wretched and useless inside. Because pray that the air you breathe and the water you drink is not cost. When the water you drink and the air you breathe is cost. Cost is all you have. Because 70% of your body is what? Is water. And some children bring this money to you unhappy. That is a curse. It is not a curse if his tears is not justified. But when the tears is justified and genuine, it is judged in the spiritual realm is right, then it became a curse. And I pity lecturers that use blocking money to feed their children. I pity them. What did I say? I pity them. If your father is a lecturer, beg him. He should not give you courses to eat. What did I say? If your father is a lecturer here, kneel down today when you get home. Beg him that he should not feed you with curses. The child that is blessed has not made it. The child that they are praying for has not made it. Talking about the child that they are cursing. Beg your parents. Tell your parents that lecturing is a spiritual job. It's not a physical job. It's a spiritual job. And if he must forget anything when he's marking, he must remember nature at that time. Because he's judging. And he must be fair in the judgment. Otherwise, he is incurring calamity. His cause is worse than politicians that steal money. You see, when you are even incurring costs, you are even having material things to remedy it a little. It's manageable. What of incurring costs without material backup? Lecturer poor. Did they gather costs for the children? Politician own is better. He's gathering costs, but he has material strength to back it up. So tell your parents, if he wants to incur costs, he should also incur billions alone. Tell him, if you cannot incur billions alone, he should pause. You don't need the case. Because you will inherit both assets and liability. A situation where you have no assets to inherit is only liability. Tell him to pause. If your father is a politician and he's stealing money, at least you know what he's stealing. Even when you are breaking costs, the money is stolen, you're eating it. No, it's still useless. It cannot go beyond the fourth generation. What does it mean? You are not hearing about Shagari children again, do you? When the spiritual realm is advancing, we don't take. They used to hear about the Ashagari children. No, your Abacha children is still first generation now, so don't worry, you relax. What did I say? And the Kwedemadu was locked up in the prison. And he wondered where the attack would come because he has fortified the spiritual and the physical. He has all the money. And nature went to his house and used his house to set him as an example unto others. But they will still not learn. He said, where in this country will I be in prison? And nature said, who you learn? I said, they will still not learn. What did I say? What did I say? They will still not learn. Tell the bankers that judgment is upon them. Between now, judgment is upon them. They either leave banking or they should stop destroying this country. Judgment is upon them. I was telling one EFCC man, I think Thursday, Friday, I said over 60-70% of people working in the bank are supposed to be police, EFCC, and ICPC staff. Your big problem in this country is money laundering. And this money are laundered with the help of the top bank executives. And they are destroying this country, and they are turning your eyes only on the politicians. Can the politician launder money without the bank? No. So how come your money are disappearing? That is why when they contest for governor, like the former governor of Anambra State, they usually win. Because you cannot, you know why? They have the secret of the country in their hand. And we are clapping and we are laughing. But spiritually, people are praying and working. This country must be great. Yes. It is not a matter of choice. It's only that the church is stupid. Quote me. If they are not stupid, they will have no business fighting this battle physically. You are fighting battle physically. Say go and vote, go and vote. Do you have the time to go and vote? You stay on your altar and you control those that vote. But because they have no power, their power is gone. They have dropped the spiritual instrument. They are now using the physical instrument. I tell the church today, you can never use the worldly instrument more than the word. It is not possible to use the worldly instrument more than the word. They should go back to their instruments. They should forsake materialism. And then, on the altar, they will control who rules. And even when a demon becomes the president, it will become to pass that the hearts of king and prince are in the hands of God, and he can turn them into whatsoever direction he wishes. But I don't know. All I know is that you will not take Holy Communion if you don't have voter's card. What concerns spiritual realm with voter's card? They blaspheme Christ. Of course he will turn his back against them. They blasphemed him. They blasphemed him. They will not answer you about that. They will not do this. I looked at them. I was shaking. If I was not trained, I would say it because I looked at them. I looked at it. I said, the church, turning people away from Christ to somebody contesting president in the church. A true pastor has no respect for who is president. Because he knows that he's more powerful than him. He will also respect himself. Read the Bible, the days of Elisha and Elijah. Now go and read now. As they were coming, caught on fire. The army that were coming went blind. And they say it's no longer possible. Who told you it's not possible? And what they are telling you now, is that God has failed. God needs a man to come and be president to repair the country. God does not need any man. He can use any man. Hello? He can use any man. He can even use Lucifer to repair this country if he wishes. He can use anybody. And immediately he gets there will be quarrel. Hello? Look at it for example. There will be quarrel. Is it not possible? These two people are the devils that join hands to rule this country. You are not there. Look at it now. And when it's time for them to rule the country dirty, two of them will quarrel. And because they're not quarrel, this one will say, this one will be undoing this. This one will be undoing this. And for every undoing, the country is moving forward. That is God. That is God. Have you not seen people thinking they are fighting you, they are fighting for you? Yeah. I went out for a walk and field to the Bima. You pursue a child to the land that is fertile. They will think they are doing you, whereas they are what? They are fighting for you. So tell your church that you should stop being stupid. Yes, what's it? That God is spiritual. That God is a spirit. And those that must worship God, that must worship Him in spirit and in truth. That is where the power is. That is why Christ refused to be king on earth. He refused. He has all the power to be. He refused. So tell them. They should start. The more they interfere, the more some of their members will never occupy position. But because Ichabod, the glory has departed, God does not hear their prayer again. If they are so anointed, they should anoint our future president in 20 years' time. They should come and anoint him now. The way Samuel anointed David many years ahead. They should come and pick a pauper that is teaching in the primary school and say, you are the next president. That's how we see anointing. Not that you see a billionaire because you can get. We should stop all this rubbish. We should stop playing politics. We should separate politics. You cannot force you should separate religion from where? Spirituality. You should separate religion from spirituality. You see this Muslim? They are just quiet. Are you not seeing that they are quiet? The more you people make noise about politics, the more they vote one way. And they will not make noise. They say when we make noise when we are praying. They say when we make noise when we are agitating. What I said? We make noise. Still make noise. As if the social media, as if God is in social media. What does it? As if God is social media. The worst that will happen is that when an unbeliever that doesn't even like God become a believer, he will marry Esther. That is the worst that will happen. And our Esther will be the control. Simple and period. He has a way of doing this thing. He said, my ways are not your ways. Neither my thoughts are your thoughts. As my ways, as the earth is far, as the heaven is far from the earth, so my ways are not from your ways. My thoughts are from your thoughts. We should plan well. Church, tell them, in 50 years' time, if they continue like this, there will be no Christianity in Nigeria. Many of you will still be alive. Write it down. What I am battling now, since on Friday, the spiritual prayer I'm praying, it's praying for the church. That there will be church in 50 years' time in Nigeria. And I think, and people don't know. They just all of them are not pursuing cake. There will, in 50 years' time, if we continue like this, there will be no church. There will be no. We will be worse than countries like Morocco. You be very careful. Because when God is angry, he may not talk. You see carbon, what is happening now is pure carbon. There is no man of God in Nigeria. Quote me again. Until they start separating themselves from politics and stop their fake prophecies. That is gambling of words. So cohesion. Why coupling is when some entities in a sub-program are performing the role of another sub-program or programs. It may not be sub-program, maybe sub-program is a program. Or most of its role is performed by other entities and statements in another sub-program or program. They will say it is coupled. Those days, we will call it, those days when we were a student, when I was teaching, I call it context coupling. But now, the name is just coupling. There are many types of cohesion. We have functional cohesion. What I'm discussing now is pragmatic issues about sub-program. Is that okay? We have functional cohesion. We have data cohesion. Time-related cohesion. We have what we call procedural cohesion. And you have a friend. Thank you. The pragmatic issues of sub-program, we have to be very careful that it should not be content coupled, but it should more be functionally cohesive. Because of all the cohesion, the one we advocate for is the functional cohesion, not data cohesion. That is sub-program that use the same data, because we talk about parameter now. Because they use the same data, you just group everything together as the same sub-program. It's not good. Some time cohesion, because they execute at the same time, we just group them together. No. We must use roles. We must use what? Roles. Don't worry, don't be fighting. Nigeria will be a great country.
Yes, amen.
The private will be a great country. And one of the reasons why we are undergoing what we are undergoing is because we will be a great country. Without where a tree that has thick skin is what you use to cut for medicine and charm. Is that not so? Amat Palik Boko, you will not go to Bamboo now. It is the tree that have fruits, they throw stone. But we must come to one realization. We must forget and know that nature has brought us as a people together. I have told you whether you like it or not. The angels, forces that bind Nigeria together. Let me tell you. Tell Biafra, tell the man that is burying his mother now. Nigeria cannot be divided. For Nigeria to be divided, the price is too big, and over 50%, if not 60%, must go. There are 4 angels that rules the country. 4. Quote me. There are 3 masculine angels and 1 feminine angel. And let me tell you, just don't bother. If you are Igbo, don't bother. There's nothing you can do. I have told you. Go and write it down. Most of you will be great men. Go and write it down. More than 50% of Nigeria have to go. Over 100 million will go for this country to divide. So we are 220 now. Over 100 million will have to go for us to divide. So it's a price too big to be paid. So rest. What did I say? Rest. I'll come to that. Marry yourself. Play with yourself. Live together. That's all. Someone told you marry and stay there. Not be there to outside you. That's all. But the way we are going now, we are very good. As I think that. My brother, my friends, our future leaders, Nigeria cannot divide. Rest. Rest. Is that okay? You know the force binding the country. And they thought that the force was ordinary. They don't bring amalgamation. And after they amalgamated, so read more about types of cohesion. Are you okay? Yeah, but take note of functional cohesion and content complex. I think that's what you are supposed to be taught in software engineering. But it's a pragmatic issue, so we are dealing with program. It's a pragmatic issue. There are 3 basic mechanisms. Right. Parameter passing semantics. That's the subheading. Parameter passing semantics. There are 3 basic mechanisms. For values to be exchanged between the former parameter and the actual parameter. They say the in mode, the out mode, and the in, out. You know, we're talking about parameter, actual, former. That the former is just a dummy there, you know what they say? And the one that actually carries the value of execution is what? The actual. Therefore, you have to exchange and be. So these are the 3 basic mechanisms. The semantics, in mode, out mode, and what? The in mode is one way. on our image. Where here is where the let's use format. And if you have another actual, that's not how semester give it to, but this is a simplified way to do it. Where you just say, this is the actual. Is that okay? Yes. Then this is what was. Because when it's executing, the program will transfer values to, when it invoke, this is the one that will be invoked now. And the things will be moved to the format, to replace the format. Okay. Are you okay? Then the other in and out. So the in mode is to take value from the color into the what? The subprogram. While the out mode is to take from the subprogram to the color in execution. Are we okay? Then when you now have both sides, actually that is color now, color code, and you're going or subprogram. That is the code, format. Then you now have this is the in out.
Out mode is one way.
In mode is one way, out mode is one way. The two way is the in out mode. But there are different ways in which it can be executed. It can be executed as pass by value.
Reference. No, I should not. I should not make this. Pass by reference.
Pass by result. Should even be discussed. This for input is active. They have their features, they have their strengths, and they have their weaknesses. We will learn it, and when you are
studying your programming language, you want to find out the nature of the passing parameter. I mean the parameter passing technique. We call these things parameter passing technique. Then there's a third one, pass by value result. Pass by value, pass by result, pass by value result, pass by name, and pass by address. Check possible stuff. Pass by value, pass by result, pass by value result. Is that also? Pass by name and then pass by address. Because we may ask you to describe up the 5 or 4, exposing their features, merits, and demerits. Pass by address is reference is address. But there's pass by value result, is that not? There's pass by value, pass by result, pass by result, pass by name, then pass by address. You remember better when you use address. Because it's the address that is passed. What happens here? Pass by value, we copy, or we take copy the value in the actual parameter and assign it to what? The formal parameter. The advantage is that it's very fast. The disadvantage is that it wastes memory, because the copy of the actual will have to be available, and then the copy of the formal has to also be kept. It copies the value in the actual parameter. I mean, the actual parameter has to be available while the program is what? It's running. And then transfer it to the formal parameter. So it's like at that time, 2 variables will be active at the same time. And it becomes more dangerous, what we say, to waste memory space. When the parameter being passed is large, particularly if it's an array or a file. That's to keep copy of what? Both. That is dangerous. That is too much memory space. But for scalar variables, no problem. For scalar variable, no problem. It's good. You understand now? It's good. At least if one is integer, the other is integer, keeping value of 2 integers is not waste anything. But when you are keeping track of array, maybe a 10 by a 100 by 1000 array, passing as parameter. So if you understand that? Then the other one, pass by result, is the opposite of pass by value. It also takes the copy of whatever is the result, hello, and move it from the format to what? The actual. We also keep the copy of the two, so it will still with memory space. And it has an additional problem. You can see it's clear. Even when you want to pass assuming the value, when you are computing the value, you know you compute one value, you compute another value. There could be collision problem. It has collision problem. That is, the second value may not go and override the what? The first value. Particularly if you are returning the same, maybe let me say P as parameter. You are returning it. There is bound to be a collision problem. So read more about it. This one has an additional problem. It has collision problem. It has advantage of speed too. But it's advantage, the advantage and disadvantage of pass by value and pass by result are the same. Only that pass by result has an additional problem. Collision. Parameter collect will be collision. Are you okay? Are you okay? The pass by value results. Some textbook call pass by value result, pass by copy. Because this one the copy is complete. The copy in and also copies out. So it behaves as this and this combined like this. But what it does is that when execution is to be transferred to the subprogram, it copies. And when it has finished, it copies again. So it inherits all the it has the advantage of speed and ease of implementation, but has that problem of memory wastage and not good for particularly for non-scalar variables, and then the collision problem. Because the problem of pass by result affects it. The problem of pass by value affects it. But it has the advantage of speed. For most programming language, because of this memory wastage and everything, often use pass by name and pass by address. Sylvester called it pass by reference. You know, when you say, any years that something is passed by reference, the address that is being what? Passed. In pass by address, what happened is that what is actually passed is the address. For non-scalar variable, pass by address is very efficient. Very, very efficient. Because you are dealing with the memory directly. But it can cause the problem of side effects. It can do what? It can cause the problem of what? Side effects. And we can have aliases problem too. Because you are dealing with the address. The name of the actual may not be the name of the former, and you are matching that position, and then there will be while. That is why Python, for example, we just do name. This one is for this. You just show them for ground, you can go the rest. Side effect and aliases are terrible reliability issues with pass by address, pass by reference, or pass by address. But the issue of collision is ruled out. The issue of what? Collision is what? Yes, an advantage. The issue of collision is ruled out because it's nothing is colliding. It's dealing with the address, so nothing is colliding. It's not copying here. Pass by name may resolve the problem of what here? Problem of before I was born, they were planning evil against me. Because my mother was not the first wife. I am a product of our women. father had a wife. So before I was born, they have been doing what? They have been planning evil against me. So the revelation that evil is planned against me does not bother me again. Before I was born, they have been planning evil against me. You know, I'm the first son of my father, but I was not the first son at birth. So when that first son had died, the attack on me became very, very what? Serious. I was number 2, like good Lord, I became number 1. How does my body got burnt? Oh, yes. That's why my father wanted me to be a medical doctor. When I was in the hospital, hanged, suspended, he said if the doctor can save my life, I will read mercy. So he was making promise on my behalf without my consent. So when I grew up, I cancelled it. So they have been planning against me. And when my father married first wife was on the outside side, these people that are very strong, both, when we say mystically strong, they are mystically strong. I'm not going anywhere. He said, surely they shall gather, but not in his name. But in his name, they shall stand. He said, I am the way,
the truth and the light.
and the light. So the question is, when you gather against me, let your gathering be based on truth. If it is not based on truth, it will scatter as far as I'm concerned. So even when I get revelation that are applying against you, anytime I get it, I will just be laughing. I will just be laughing. But before I was born, they were planning against you. What did I say? They have been planning. And I know they will continue to what? Plan. No man. You see, I was so aware of that in MFM there's a prayer I used to pray, and God answered. God, increase the strength and number of my enemies. Yes. Increase the strength and number of my enemies. But give me the grace to overcome. Because great men have great enemies. Like the enemy of Aswana is Okpawolo. You know so? That's a great enemy. Atiku and Tinubu. Poor man versus poor man. So pray that your enemy should be great. Thank God, give me great enemies. I don't think poor people are serving. I mean men. Great men. Hey, just imagine when your enemy is that billionaire. Just imagine when Dangote is now your rival. You know your level now. You know your level. So make God, and you can, one of you will that you God make my enemy great. Make my enemy great, but make me greater. You will not be poor. Some of you don't pray. You don't want enemy. Enemy is good though. 2, 3 category of people shape you. Friends, enemies, and fears. 3 categories of people shape you. Friends, fears, enemies. Remove the arrow from the friend. They are more dangerous. Check your dictionary. What did he tell you as the new politician? Yeah?
A very evil person.
But the semantic is that not just evil. It's close to you and with you. He dies with you, sleep with you.
Oh, Jesus.
Does everything with you. He lies with you. The enemy close to you. They discuss with you. You eat together. You plan together. You are in the same church. You are in the same mosque. You are in the same shrine. You are in the same courts. I have stopped praying against my enemies. I pray against my friends. For my enemies, I know them and I can handle them. For my friends, I don't know who is fearing. Philip will say, no, do I need here? I know it. The man that stole your thing, if it's the one that's helping you to look for it, you will not see it. So who should you be careful of, brother? Your friend. Your enemy? Nobody. It is a friend that will kill a man and marry his wife in the terms of care. I tell you women, may you not lose your husband. But if you do, avoid all his friends. For him to have eye on you at all, he is most likely the one that killed your husband. Women, be careful when you suspect that your husband's friend or your boyfriend friend is liking you. Begin to pray for protection for your man. That should be your prayer. As long as he has given you sign at all, know that your husband's life is on the pendulum. That sign is enough. Don't wait for a greater sign. Because if you tell your husband that she is bad, you will become bad. So you have to handle it spiritually. For real women, don't handle matter in the physical. But foolish one, none, and handle it. So I'm just taking you through. Pass by name is make use of what? Name. It is the name. Matches name to what? To name. Yeah, it resolved the problem of aliases. It resolved the problem of aliases. He doesn't copy. He replaces the name of. He used the name. He used the name of the actual to replace the name of what? The informer. That replacement makes it slow. It's like writing the code. It makes it work. It's slow, but it will be more. It will have no problem of. It will not have the problem of collision. It will not have the problem of aliases. Are we okay? Yes. Of course, side effect will be there. But I'm sitting down like God. Because the variable that came from outside will come and replace inside. It has changed it. Like the last state it will continue again. I hope you know that. You know that. So some of these things is not what you cry. It's just read it, understand it. You will not be seeing it. So when you are to use procedure, core procedure, define procedure or function or method, you must ask yourself, which parameter passing there? So you know what the risk you are what. Hello? And you have to ask, if you are the one designing, you can design, but if you are using, which of course most of us will be using, you have to investigate those semantic issues in the subprogram and their subprogram code to know what you are what into. It will help you in debugging. I hope you know. It will help you in what? Not that you know that this is the problem, And sometimes if speed is what you have, you should know. Then you should know if you have to save memory space, you are knowing the risk what you are into. But most times now, most languages now, they use address and name. Because with the address and name, you can do in and what? Out. But this one is in, this one is out. From here down is in and out. Is that okay? And any one that is for in and out can work for in too. I hope you know. Sure. But the other one, they are older. The pass by value, pass by result, pass by value result were older. We now have pass by address. Mostly like use of pointer manipulation. Most of these Guatian, object of the program, usually pass by address. Because they are objects, so the address is being passed. They also pass by. So, assignment. Find out at least 2, 3. Okay, 3. But I know what I'll do. The exam is 2. I said at least 3 language, so programming language that pass by value and how it's implemented, pass by result, how it is implemented, pass by value result, how it is implemented, pass by name, how it is implemented, pass by address, how it is implemented. Do you understand now? How each of these parameter passing technique is being implemented in at least 3 programming language. I'll be asking you for 2. Like, what am I hiding? But it's good to learn above 2. That also up to 4 if possible. So in case under examination condition, you know, will come. Or that one will come. When you have enough equipment to fight with, you are not bothered. Now you will say no, 2 rich. But some of you make a mistake. Don't write exam to please me. Write exam to get your marks. Are you hearing me? Are you not seeing that the cost is increasing now? Is it not getting loaded? And we're getting bulky. That is the degree. That is the degree. That is the degree. So that is why when you are cramming, just read, understand, concentrate, understand, wake up in the night. You should not be sleeping too much now. Don't worry, you will sleep later. And during your service here, you may even be tired of sleeping. What did I say? You'll be tired of sleeping. After you defend your project, you just get up and be looking for what to do. So relax. Sacrifice now. What did I say? Sacrifice now. When you work hard, you know what you are doing? You are offering yourself as a living sacrifice. Because when you sacrifice those days to, it is not the flesh, the spiritual realm is after, it is the fat and the blood. The fat and what? The blood. And when you are reading, these 2 things burns. When you are studying hard, your blood burns and your fat burns. Sacrifice it now. Just remember how to pray that these your sacrifices will not be in vain. That is why when you are reading, concentrate that you may not burn your candle, your fat. for little assimilation. Let the whole world suspend. When you are reading, suspend the whole world. Oh, you don't have food to eat in the morning. Forget about it. You are reading. Listen, oh, when you are reading, pause every other thing. Yes, your boyfriend broke your heart. Forget it. It doesn't exist. When you have finished your reading, you have clocked your clock. You know, say, hey, it's true. Jumbo is an idiot. Jumbo is an idiot. Do you understand me? Most of the reason some of you read, but you don't concentrate, is the reason why you are burning your candle for nothing. If you cherish what you are burning, your blood and your fat, brother, you will concentrate. Brother, you will put your phone on silence. I said you will not chat during that period, and you will tell yourself, I am reading. You don't know what it takes to be reading. Brother, you are burning yourself, your fat and your blood, and you have to maximize your fat and your blood. It's a living sacrifice. That's why I told somebody, I said, all men are ritualists. I sacrifice my blood and my fat on a regular basis. On the altar of meditation. Because the great philosopher said meditation is everything. And when you meditate, what I should begin to hear, when I was teaching, I said, it's true. It came. With the altar of meditation, because I'm teaching, so because I'm teaching, I'm a little bit above normal, because I can get what to tell you, so I don't make mistakes. So, yeah, so my state is different. So I know too. So what I say when I'm teaching, I'm always very careful. When I get to the office now, I will sit down to check what I said, and I will now know the prayers to pray, pages to pray. So my God, don't waste your fat for nothing. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Don't burn your blood for nothing. So when you are playing, when you are playing, what should you be doing? Be playing. And when you are reading, be reading. Let everything cease. Everything. When you are playing ball as if nothing exists in the world. And when you are reading, read as if nothing exists. Phone, bam, everything, bam. If your brain cannot carry 5 hours straight concentration, use 3 hours. Don't drive beyond your speed. For every driver, when your concentration is being interfered, cover this book. Cover it and get out. Say, I'm owing myself time. Because my brain is refusing to agree with me. If it's late, go and play to sleep, go and sleep. Don't be sleeping and be reading. You will not remember. Don't go and put yourself beside water and be reading. You are wasting your time. There must be agreement between your brain, your body, and the spiritual. Wow. There is what you train yourself over what? Time. Train yourself such that when it's a particular time, your body will wake up. Your body will wake up. And when you check the time, it's around that time. Your eye will be clear. If you wake up, your eye is not clear, you have not woken up. Go and sleep. For when you really wake up, you will wake up. At once, you reach to a level that it will be as if something tapped you. Get up. It may even get to a level you will hear, get up. And when you look around, nobody is hearing you. Your spirit is saying, get up. That's why take care of what you think before you sleep. Those that pursue money highly get money. I told you in this class and I tell you again, pursue excellence. Pursue connection. Money will follow you. Pursue what? Pursue what? And what? Money will follow you. Rich men, money pursue them, but poor men pursue money. Are you seeing the difference? Rich men are pursued by what? Poor men do what? And money don't like those that pursue him. He like to pursue you. Money is feminine. He wants to pursue you. Not that you will like him. No, he said no. Now me go like him. Pursue excellence. And excellence is getting knowledge and what? Skill. Building your character. Pursue connection. What some of us lack is connection. So people already have some connection by virtue of their birth. That got the child. Now, if this girl just born for Dagote, now that child, even in the womb, is more connected than me. True of us? True. But still look for it. What I say? Pursue it. Excellence and connection. So don't pursue money. Money will not like you if you do pursue excellence. Whatever you are, Bible says, whatever you have finite to do, what is it to do? Do it well. Oh, I have told people, if you are a programmer, program. If you are a cleaner, clean well. If you are a 419, don't say I'm only talking about only good things. Anything your hand finite to do, let it be that you are the best in it. That when they are not looking for who to assassin, they know who to go and meet. That there is a great assassinator. If you give him job, he will not fail. So what I use bad example now to tell you the spiritual truth. Church will not tell you this truth. If you must read the lesson, cover your tracks and split it. So excellence is not only good, it's what I'm not the one that wrote that Bible verse, that whatever your hand findeth to do, whatever. I'm not the one that wrote it. You don't say whatever. But remember, in anything you do, there's judgment. There's a price to pay. Avoid costs. Avoid costs. As I told part-time students, those three sins are almost unpardonable. Yeah. Some of you that are in court that have kids, it will be hard. Not that you were fighting and by mistake hit and come down. That is not then the rape of a virgin. Even if you are sought to become poor, you will pay for it. Pray that you are suffered on earth for it. Otherwise, eternity you will be made to pay for. And many of you don't know. So in an attempt to whatever you are doing, guard against these three things. Guard against murder, rape, particularly of a virgin. That's not what you are looking there. They're not because everybody don't want you to take it down first. That is their nature. That's what told them. Betrayal. Is that an issue? How can young people like you retire? Is that an issue of subprogram? Is that an issue of subprogram? No. I was discussing on Wednesday. Don't respond to me, so you must know. Let me tell you. It is not. It is simple wisdom. It is simple wisdom that I pray and I pronounce greatness on you anytime I teach. You know why? If almost all of you have become great, I will enjoy it. That's right. So remember, I don't want to hear that you are poor. What did I say? You are poor. So as you are growing and in life after graduation, tell yourself that promise me in your spirit that I don't want a former said just want to hear that I'm what? I will not make it. You will make it. Before I came to the class, I was looking at your picture with the state in which I was, and I was praying. Yes. You know why picture is not good? A bad person can use that picture to begin to attack you. Yes. But what I was doing is I was prophesying, I was blessing, moving from line to line, moving from line to line, moving from line to line. So that's why I wanted there. And I know the state I was this morning. So those of you that are picture out there, congratulations. May God hear. Question. I'm not my guy. I like this your tie and this thing. Okay. Say what you went to your Subprogram. It is even an execution issue per se. But why subprogram transfer is exchanged between the caller and the code. The inline code is taken and it is made part of the code only during execution. Are you seeing it now? Only during what? There is no suspension of any execution of anywhere. It's like you just carry the code where it is to be. It will not expand, but not before us. But that's what will happen. That's an inline code. Why subprograms are capable of independent compilation, the inline codes are compiled along with the main code. Are you okay? Are you got it now? Yes. Compiled along with the main program. So most times, that take place during the compilation. That's what we call before compilation actually take place. there's what we call I forgot what are the activities that take place before competition will actually start? Who can remind me?
Linking.
So inline codes, right, are made part of the program before compilation. But subprograms are not made part of the program before compilation. But alas, subprogramming language implements subprogram or execute subprogram when it's invoked as what? Inline codes. Are we okay? So if I now have the data import, all those things are made part of what? The program. Are we okay? Is your question answered? Are you sure?
What's the meaning of parameterized code?
That is the parameter we have been discussing since.
Yes.
That is to say, this is a set of code that must execute together and have a common profile, parameter profile. That is a common signature. That is, for that set of code to execute or to do whatever, they rely on certain set of data that must be given to them, and they bring out certain set of data. They must have one way in and one way out. There could be other blocks that are not parameterized, but subprograms are special blocks that are what? Parameterized. Are you okay? For example, most of those inline codes are not parameterized.
But in other words, it can also be parameterized.
They can be parameterized, but most of the time they are not parameterized. Most of the time they are usually a program heading. You call them into the program. Import. C# will say what? What is C#? C# will say what? Hash include. All these things are brought in. They are not made in line. There's a name we call it. I'm forgetting. It's a compiler. There's a name we call it. Before compilation will take place, all those inline codes must all come. Right? Linking and loading. Inline code and loaded. Subprograms and loaded. You see what? One is what? Linked. The other one is loaded. And made part of the program. Yes, linking and loading.
So in other words, inline code is like, not like an transaction.
Yes, that's why the name is inline. But the other one is subprogram. It's a program. It's a guy of his own, sub or a sub. It's only capable of independent compilation and translation. But for it to be executed, but the inline code must be executed, must be combined and load. It's not capable of independent compilation, but it's a separate. Subprogram is separate, but subprogram is capable of independent compilation. And most of the things we usually, how we build our software is not to build your code. Software. Yeah. That is the question. It's a design issue. When we ask whether subprogram can be overloaded. When we ask whether subprogram can be what? Overloaded. We'll discuss it on Wednesday. Whether it can be overloaded, because what we are saying that when we are talking about design issue, that may be addressed. If it's not addressed, we ask it. And my guy will say, ask question. No, when you are putting it is good and it's fine. Leave it in the heart. You don't need to see fighting. People will tell you to put it. I like it, but ask me a question. You don't have question. A friend man, oh yeah, ask question. Una. Yes. You don't have question. Don't you feel that outside? Sign your signature you have been signing on your paper. And if you can remember, and you should remember, put your sheet number and your serial number of your sheet number on your assignment. But even if you cannot remember, sign your signature. Don't put it on your hand to sign, don't put it on paper to sign well. Oh. Because for the only way to show that this assignment is not missing is that the person that will record it will check your signature from where it is. Guide me, help me. Sorry for me by putting your sheet number and your this number.